It is the 26th of August, 2025. It is a Tuesday. Thank you for being with me. I'm Mr. Weatherman Europe. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Back-to-back wind makers. Not the biggest we've seen. I like to keep things in perspective. But this one here, this is the second one. This is actually still Tropical Storm Fernand out there in the Atlantic. This is going to shoot toward Ireland and the United Kingdom as we move into the upcoming weekend. We have some big changes, so let me break down this one first. In still watching the remnants of Erin, we will track that. Plus, I want to show you the big storms that will be on the move, severe thunderstorms that will be on the move for different locations. We'll cover all of that in this video. Here is Fernand, and you can see it making its way across the northern Atlantic. With that said, it will lose its tropical characteristics, but where this goes, and it's kind of a tiny system, it's very compact. Where it goes, it will have some gusty winds and some rain with it. As of now, most of the models, most of the indications, and I don't just look at the models, I look at what's going on in the environment, drive this right toward Ireland by the time we get into the upcoming weekend. Could be a little bit more to the south. I'll keep an eye on that. I'll be watching Wales over toward France, but as of now, it looks more into Ireland and right back through the UK as a whole. Now, how strong will this area be? Well, in the short term, we're going to see some weakening. These are those same squiggly lines, but this here is a day out, 2 days out. We'll see some weakening as it loses its tropical characteristics, but then it lifts in latitude. That'll give it a little more spin, and we'll see it kind of re-strengthen as this is by the weekend, as we work our way into the weekend. So we are going to have some tropical storm winds out of this. Some of the winds will be gusting to about 50 miles per hour as this moves in. You'll notice that change. Where this goes, this will pack a little bit of a punch as it moves in. Now, let me start on the big picture. Then we need to zoom down. This here, the remnants of Erin, that'll drive in some rain for some of us and enhance some of the thunderstorms. Spain, parts of France, Italy, Austria, watching that. This back here, you see this little spot? That is Fernand, a tropical storm as of now. So Erin, the remnants of that, and here is Fernand, and this will work its way through the North Atlantic. Tiny spot here. But this will have some gusty winds with that. Now, this here is by Thursday, so we're going a couple days from now, watching this spot here, watching the additional rain throughout parts of the UK, Ireland, watching France, but some heavier storms possible. Parts of Germany. We'll be watching Denmark all the way south through Italy. Those are going to be on the move eventually over toward Hungary, Czechia, over toward Slovenia. We'll see some storms, but right here, watching this is the next spot we'll be watching. This is the remnants of Fernand, and this will work in. Look at that. By Saturday, you see how this shoots in, packing a punch. I mentioned not a large system, but where it goes, we'll see some of the stronger winds, watching some of the rain. They could clip by parts of France. We'll be watching eventually over toward Denmark, the Netherlands, Belgium for some enhanced chances of rain. And then this will lift its way up toward Norway and Sweden, a bit of a spin by the time we get into Sunday. So back-to-back systems. First, the remnants of Erin, but then we'll be watching this one zooming in and kind of lifting up toward the north. Here's a closer look, and then I want to show you the wind. So again, thank you for your patience in this video. This here is, as we work our way into late today into tonight, watching out for some pockets of heavier rain. With the remnants of Erin over here, we'll see some spotty showers, even parts of Denmark, back through Germany, some of those showers around, but watching out for a few batches of rain tonight into tomorrow. And then with the remnants of Erin nearby, just kind of a sloppier pattern at times the next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday. Scotland will see some heavier rain at times. That's where it could be a little bit heavier on Thursday, but by Friday, just some spotty showers back through England. But here comes the next system. This is these are the remnants. This is Fernand, what is left of it, and you see how that shoots in. Wales, England, watching over toward the Netherlands, Belgium, parts of France, northern sections of France for that additional rain. This here would be by Saturday. So looking to be Friday night into Saturday, we'll see some of this rain sweeping through, then lifting up toward Norway, watching Denmark, watching over toward parts of Sweden for some additional rain. In the wake of it on Sunday, there'll be some of those scattered showers, but a small system, but it is going to pack a punch. Now let me show you the winds, and then I want to show you the big thunderstorm. So hang with me in different spots. I'll take you to some different countries. Now this here, this big spin here, that's kind of the leftovers of Erin. This little sucker right in here, that is those are the remnants of Fernand. and you see it right in here, some of the gustier winds. You see how it's not as big. Again, the remnants of Erin were so very large, but this in through here, not very large at all. But as we work our way into the weekend, right into Saturday, and especially back toward the North Sea, those winds will be shooting in out of the south. We're going to see those gusty winds. You see that white shading in there? So we're looking at 50-mile-per-hour gust or 80 kilometers an hour for some of those gusts as this works its way in, and then eventually on Sunday, this will be lifting its way more up to the north. Here's a closer look, and then we'll cover those rain totals and those thunderstorms. This is later today, tonight. These blustery kind of conditions. This is with Erin, or what is left of it, the remnants of Erin. So that's kind of the first thing. Those seas are elevated. I'll show you those as well. But let's go out in time here as we work our way Friday into Saturday. Here's Saturday. You see back through Ireland, some of the gusts, especially along the coast, 50 miles per hour. Watching over toward England, Wales, some of the gusts. Of course, over the next several days, we'll be seeing some of the stronger gusts at times, parts of Scotland, but all of this kind of filters in, and we'll feel that as well. Where this goes, the remnants of Fernand, we're going to get those gustier winds. Watching the Netherlands, heads up, back through Belgium, northern sections of Paris, then eventually lifting up, even trying to clip by northern Germany, then back toward Norway and Sweden. Now, as far as the rain goes, and then I'll show you the thunderstorm outlook, this is a 3-day rain total. So just because of that persistent onshore flow and repeat showers, and with that batch possible tonight, that'll be a little bit heavier. Watching Scotland south, better chance of getting some of the rain, especially right along the coast, where we could get some totals over 75 millimeters of rain for 3-day rain totals. But again, Northern Ireland, Wales, England, spotty showers around, but Scotland back through Ireland a little bit more. Now showing you the seas, and then I want to show you the thunderstorms. Everything just stays elevated. This here with what's left of Erin, this is as we work our way toward the end of the week. Then this here is Saturday, then we see the seas kind of regenerating, or at least getting elevated again Saturday into Sunday once we get the remnants right here of Fernand, and that will increase those seas back toward the North Sea. So busy pattern. Now, with Erin out there, or the remnants of it, it is enhancing these storms. I was talking about that in the last video. That is exactly what is happening. So watching out for some heavier storms as we work our way into tomorrow. Then this here is by Thursday. Czechia, watching Austria, some downpours, Switzerland, northern Italy especially. Flooding is going to be a potential, southern Germany, and watching over toward France, and all of this just kind of shifting. Poland, we're going to see a better chance of rain and storms by Friday. Slovakia, Hungary, and then down to the south, Croatia, Bosnia, we'll see that chance of some rain. And then as we swing even back toward Rome and south, we'll see some of those scattered areas of rain, but some of the same spots. That is going to be a huge issue for some major rain totals. So thank you for sharing this information, because a lot of eyes on the remnants of Erin and what will be the remnants of Fernand coming in. But ahead of it, this here could be very dangerous with some of the repeat rain. Look at Switzerland and northern Italy, for example, even parts of Austria and Slovenia. We're going to see some of those totals. That'll be around 150 millimeters of rain or higher. Some downpours could lead to flooding one day, and we could do that again another day with the ground saturated, with the runoff, with the high terrain. We're looking at some intense flooding, watching the rivers, streams, creeks, all of that good stuff. So again, thank you for sharing this information to get the word out about that flood potential with the thunderstorms, and some of those will be quite strong. So I covered some of the rain in through here, watching out southern Norway, Sweden, and then even over toward Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, as Fernand deeper into the weekend lifts up toward Norway. That could eventually even throw some showers back through Belarus, so we'll be watching that longer term. So the remnants of Erin, they are out there kind of influencing the weather the next few days, and then Fernand by Saturday, that's what will move in. The next name on the list is Gabrielle. That's the next name in the Atlantic Basin. And as of now, we've been seeing that up and around pattern where these systems have been influencing the weather across Europe. Sometimes that's a little bit later in the hurricane season, but that's the pattern right now. So the remnants of Erin on the move, but that will enhance those thunderstorms again that I showed you with those downpours, the high concern for flooding in spots. And then Fernand, as we work our way into the North Atlantic, that'll be a wind maker and a rain maker for some of us. Small system, but as we work our way into Friday night, Saturday, even into Sunday, as that lifts up to the north by Norway, that'll be a wind and a rain maker moving in. Long way to go in the hurricane season. That ends on November 30th. So thank you for being with me, being part of Mr. Weatherman Europe. I hope you have a good evening ahead.